Holly Springs looks like a quiet little town, but behind the scenes, billions of dollars are pouring in. Biotech giants are planting flags, and the next wave of growth is already underway. If you're thinking about moving to Holly Springs, you need to see this first. Today, I'm breaking down what's really driving the surge. Things like the lifestyle perks, the hidden trade-offs, the neighborhoods people are quietly targeting, and the traffic realities most videos just skip through. My family and I moved here 8 years ago from Southern California, sight unseen. So we're boots on the ground real estate brokers helping you avoid the mistakes we made. Don't forget to grab our free buyer and seller relocation guide that I wish we had, and stay with me because the newest community no one's talking about could change everything for you. Let's talk about what's really changed the conversation. For years, Holly Springs was considered, close to Raleigh. It was a bedroom community where you lived quietly and you commuted out. That narrative is gone. What's happening here now is different. This town didn't just land one big employer, it has stacked them up, stacked them up, stacked them. Companies like Genentech more than doubled its investment here to approximately $2 billion for a new biomanufacturing facility. Construction already began in 2025 and operations are expected by 2029. And we're talking thousands of jobs tied directly and indirectly to that project. Also, Fujifilm has invested billions here as well, expanding its footprint and turning Holly Springs into a serious life science production hub. Then there's Ipsome, announced its first US manufacturing facility right here in Holly Springs with a major investment and plans for growth. When you stack them up, Genentech, Fujifilm, and Ipsome together, you're not just adding jobs, you're adding long-term infrastructure, supplier networks, higher wage positions, executive relocations, and definitely retail demand. And here's what most people don't think about. When biotech anchors land in a town, restaurants upgrade, mixed-use projects follow, and the town starts investing differently in roads, amenities, and the density of Holly Springs. That ripple effect is already happening and has been happening since we've been here. So the question becomes, are you moving to Holly Springs for what it is today or for what it's becoming? Because those two are two very different strategies. Now let's shift into lifestyle, because jobs might get you here, but lifestyle is what makes you stay. Holly Springs has figured out how to feel active without feeling chaotic. Bass Lake Park is one of those places you definitely don't fully appreciate until you use it. They have walking trails around the lakes, fishing, small boat access, peaceful mornings which are amazing. It's that kind of routine builder that makes weekdays better, and our family loves it. Ting Park, which is incredible, which is officially the North Main Athletic Complex, hosts sports tournaments, community events, and concerts. The Live at the Spring concert series brings real artists into town, so you're not constantly driving into Raleigh for entertainment, and you definitely want to pick up a quick bite at OSHA that is only a couple of miles away. And then if you want to relax at Wine 100, which is across the street, Brandy and I frequent those two places often. And then you have the Culture Center that gives you theater, performances, community programming. It feels like a town that actually invests in culture, not just rooftops. And here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. Holly Springs builds routines. They have farmers markets, seasonal events, festivals like Spring Fling, which is about to happen, Festival of Legends, and the International Food Festival. These events create rhythm. That's what makes a place feel alive long term. Now let me ask you, when you picture your ideal weekend, does it involve driving 45 minutes into a city or walking into your own town for something happening? That answer definitely matters more than most people realize. And there's plenty to do in Holly Springs all year long. All right, let's talk housing, because this is where strategy becomes real. As of January 2026, the median home price in Holly Springs sits around $635,000 to $649,000. That's kind of your broad snapshot, but Holly Springs isn't just one market, it's micro markets. One of the areas, Logan Manor, is a suburban residential neighborhood community located in the southeast side of Holly Springs, right off of Bass Lake Road. It was developed between 2017 and 2019, and the median home price here is sitting around the high $659,000 range, depending on size and updates. Then there's the touted 12 Oaks, which some people mispronounce or misspell, which I may be. It's a premier 687-acre master planned golf community which emphasizes connectivity and resort-style living. But it's also one of the higher price point communities in Holly Springs, because as of January 2026, the median home price sits around $775,000. Another one, Brook Manor, which is often referred to as Brook's Manor, is a family-oriented, single-family home neighborhood located in the heart of Holly Springs. This community was established between 2014 and 2017. They have an awesome pool and cabana. There's also close access to walking trails and Bass Lake Park and Womble Park. The median home prices here as of January 2026 range from $550,000 all the way up to $750,000 depending on the home size. And now we're looking at Arbor Creek, which gives you one of the more approachable entry points, which a lot of clients look at first. It's a well-established, family-oriented community in northern Holly Springs. People love it because its village-like feel and central location that borders Apex. It was developed between 1997 and 2005, which means the houses are not cookie cutter and they definitely have some more personality. You also have access to a community pool with a kiddie pool, and there is walkability to Ting Park, which has lighted tennis and pickleball courts and baseball fields. It's definitely a community that you want to visit if you're interested in Holly Springs. Arbor Creek's median home price as of January 2026 is in the mid $300,000 to $400,000 range, depending on size and where you purchase. Holly Glen is a rapidly growing family-oriented suburb. Do you see the trend in Holly Springs? Many of these communities in Holly Springs are made for growing families. Holly Glen has extensive amenities like Glen Club, 2 pools, one with a 30-foot water slide, woohoo! Tennis courts, playgrounds, and access to over 10 miles of nature trails. This is another amazing community, but at the higher price band. The median home price in Holly Glen typically sits around $580,000 to $607,000 as of January 2026. What they have in these communities definitely matters and reflects in the different price ranges. You can be in Holly Springs for under $400,000 or near $900,000 depending on your neighborhood, the amenities, and of course your lot size. And here's the under talked about advantages of Holly Springs. Holly Springs makes development activity transparent. The town's development maps and approval pipelines let you see what's coming before it hits the headlines, and I definitely encourage you to check those out. That's huge if you care about future traffic patterns, school zones, or just property value positioning. Now, talking about schools, Holly Springs has some of the great ones. It's in Wake County, and if your children are in elementary school, check out Holly Grove or Holly Ridge Elementary School. For high schools, definitely check out Holly Grove and Holly Springs Middle School. They're amazing. Then for charters and privates, check out Thales Academy, which our daughter Lorena goes to, Pine Springs Preparatory, or Ivy Brook. That's an Apex, but it definitely borders Holly Springs. All these schools and others are on niche.com and greatschools.org, so please check those resources out. Now I have a question for you. If you were moving here, would you rather be in an established neighborhood with mature trees or in a newer section positioned near future growth corridors? Do me a favor, drop those comments in the chat, and I'm curious where you land. Now, we need to talk about the tension point, getting out and honestly in Holly Springs during peak times. This can still be difficult and it's not a joke. I will definitely say driving in or out of Holly Springs isn't easy and adds 10 to 20 minutes each way quite often. NC 55 becomes a funnel. Avon Ferry backs up and then certain intersections feel like everyone leaves at the same time. The good news is the town knows it. There's infrastructure projects that are underway, including improvements and turn lane additions along NC 55. Plus, they're going to be installing intelligent traffic systems in coordination with the North Carolina Department of Transportation. And then there's the really good news, the I-540. The expansion of 540 is designed to be completed to the outer loop around the greater Raleigh area, connecting Apex all the way toward Knightdale. Some portions have opened, and full completion is targeted in the coming years, and that's huge. And I'll tell you from personal experience, the 540 has changed the way my daily commute and has lowered my time to places I travel often, sometimes giving me back 20 minutes each way. What does that mean for you? It means definitely improved regional access. It means alternate commute routes when some routes are stuffed. It also means more growth pressure in surrounding corridors. New roads relieve congestion and attract rooftops. So again, strategy matters. Are you buying based on today's commute or tomorrow's? Now here's something most relocation buyers underestimate. When my family moved here 8 years ago from Southern California, we did it sight unseen. We didn't fully understand all the traffic rhythms, the growth corridors, or which neighborhoods would accelerate faster, and I wish that we had a real estate professional that could have guided us before we made our first decision where to live. We had to learn by living it. That's why we tell people, don't just look at the house, look at the 5-year projection of the area around the house. Because in Holly Springs, change is happening fast, but it's also happening in layers. And before I wrap this up, let's talk about something that isn't on most YouTube lists yet. There are a few newer community expansions and smaller pockets coming online that haven't hit the mainstream radar yet. They're positioned near growth corridors, near employee access, and near future road improvements that definitely help. A couple of those communities are Addison West and Longleaf Crest. And our buyers who see those early often position themselves long-term. So would you rather buy where everyone already knows or where the next wave is quietly forming? That's the difference between following momentum and getting ahead of it. Do me a favor, make sure to subscribe to our channel for our weekly updates on new communities, restaurants, and schools, and so much more. So here's the bottom line. Holly Springs isn't just a nice suburb anymore. It's becoming a biotech-anchored growth hub with a lifestyle that still feels local, active, and community-driven, which is nice. You get parks, concerts, sport complexes, cultural events, and at the same time, billions of dollars in employer investment shaping the future of this town. But you also get the traffic pinch points, construction seasons, and neighborhoods that will evolve quickly as infrastructure catches up. If you're thinking about moving here, don't navigate it blindly like we did when we moved here from Southern California 8 years ago, sight unseen. We're boots on the ground and we definitely understand these micro markets, and we'd love to help you avoid expensive mistakes. So reach out to us. Our number is right here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. And if you're still in research mode, no pressure. Just do us a favor, subscribe to the channel so you can get our weekly updates of all the new communities, restaurants, schools, and so much more. Also, check out our sister channel, Life in Raleigh NC, to see hundreds more videos of new and exciting developments. Also, grab your free buyer and seller relocation guide in the description box to help make your move frictionless. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll catch you on the next one.